Hey, good morning, everybody. Sarasota Tim, coming to you from Sarasota, Florida. And this video is called Crushing It for Christ. I do them routinely. I read from a devotional book called Jesus Calling. And my channel is an eclectic channel, but I do make these devotionals called Crushing It for Christ because I like to give back to God for how much He's blessed me. I'm a regular guy just like you, or a regular gal like you. I'm not a gal, but you are. But we're just regular folks. No one's perfect, not even the Pope. He's just a man too. But that doesn't mean that we can't share the Word of God to inspire one another and to make each other remember what it takes to be happy, joyful, and how much there is, how much love we have from God, the one and true God that created it all and is in us all. All we have to do is accept Him, know Him, believe in Him, and talk to Him each day like we're talking to each other right now. It's a very real thing. It's not hocus pocus. It's not wrestling. This is real. And I mean, you can just look around and you see the beauty in the world and you can't deny that there's not God. So we're going to read from the devotional here, but before I do, I've read it a little bit already, and one of the most important thing I think to each and every person walking the face of the earth is what they want. It's not money. It's not stuff. It's not a husband or a wife. It's not children. It's to be happy. It's to be joyful. It's to feel good, no matter where you're at, no matter how much you have, no matter who you're with, no matter what. I mean, health is another thing, but you take that for granted. But you want to feel happy. You want to feel joyful. And how do you do that? Well, people look for it and chase their tail every day. I've been guilty of it. I can still be guilty of it. But I also know the truth. And I remember the truth when I start chasing after materialistic things. So people have very little. Some people have very much. Money, stuff, friends, family, clothing, social life, strength, different things people have. And they work hard to get it. And then after they get it, they're like, okay, what else you got? What's next? Because nothing seems to last that's not real feeling inside of happiness and joy. And God says, peace I give you, peace I leave with you, and only peace can come through Him. And you know what? You'd give it all up. If you didn't have health and peace and happiness, you'd give it all away. I mean, look how many people, famous actors and actresses, kill themselves and die of overdose of drugs and things. They've got fame, fortune, everything, and yet they didn't have peace. Something was going on, and they took their lives. So just remember that you really just want to be, that's all anybody really wants. They want to be enthusiastic about something, but they're looking for something that lasts, and it never does. But this will. God teaches you this is what lasts. This is what, wow, I can see a lot better. God writes in the book of Jesus Calling, a devotional book, a small little devotion here, written by Sarah Young. It's a great book, and there's scriptures to back up what was derived here in the devotional. And it's a very short devotional this morning. It says, as you turn your attention to me, feel the light of my presence shining upon you. Open your mind and heart to receive my heavenly smile of approval. Let my gold-tinged love wash over you and soak into the depths of your being. As you are increasingly filled with my being, you experience joyous union with me. I in you, and you in me. Your joy in me and my joy in you become intertwined, and inseparable. I suffuse your soul with joy in my presence and my right hand there are pleasures forevermore. I mean, I don't know how to expound on that other than it's pretty self-explanatory. That if you sit or meditate throughout the day and you focus your mind on God, and God focuses on you and reciprocates, which He's always there, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel this inseparable, intertwined feeling, relationship that you get. It's a relationship. Think about the relationship you get with your spouse or your children when they're looking at you and so happy with you and they're touching you. You know, when they're little kids and they take their hands and their fingers and they're just touching you and they just love you to death. They look for you for everything. They trust you with everything. You're the one that's been raising them since they came home from the hospital. They only know you. They don't know anybody else as mommy or daddy. You're the one. You're the chosen one. And when you act as a babe and you seek your God, who provided everything you've got, who gave you those children, who gives you the roof you got over your head, the job you have, everything you have, every breath you're taking, He's providing for you. And if you just show Him a little attention and touch Him with your mind and your heart with thoughts of how much you appreciate what He's doing for you and how you ask for forgiveness for being lack of appreciation at moments in time, or you forget Him, or you're seeking your own way to find happiness and stuff, and say, I don't want this, God, to replace you. This new car I got, I'm so excited about it, but God, you are the one that provided this for me. You're the one that I want to thank. And so when people get lost, see, they get all, and then after like a new pair of shoes or a new car or anything, a year or two later, I don't want that anymore. I want something different. But when you feel close to God and you start growing your relationship, and it's like going to the gym, you got to build up. You got to start talking to Him every day, throughout the day, not just on church Sunday, not just even once a day, multiple times. You got to remind yourself, set a reminder on your iPhone and say, it's time for me to talk to God. It's time for me to think on Him and acknowledge Him and thank Him for what I've received so far today. And each time you do that, think about the feelings you got when you felt those little fingers and hands touching you from your small child, when they were so innocent and cute, and they depended upon you for everything. Look at an animal when the puppies are suckling on the mommy, and the mommy lays there, or any animal, and takes care of them. The feeling that they get, the feeling you got, that's how God feels when you come to Him and honor Him and bow before Him and acknowledge Him as the one who's providing everything for you. And you know what He's going to do? He's going to smile, He's going to be happy, and He's going to start blessing you with even more. Just like you do your children. Children you're so proud of that you bought cars for when they could drive, when you send them off to get educated in expensive colleges, and you buy them the best clothes and the best things throughout the year and on Christmas, and their computers, and everything that you do for them out of love. Sometimes you can give too much to children today, but you still do it because they deserve it, because they've reciprocated, they've honored you. And that's what we need to do. That's what this is talking about, is to have that joy that He can give you. Why do you need to walk around sad and down in the mouth and long faced? Because you're not thinking on Him. You're lost. You're separated momentarily. You're just waiting for the next lottery ticket to win, or the next good thing, or promotion at your job, or meeting someone. You're flying by the seat of your pants to find happiness and joy by that, when you can get it in a moment by just pulling over your car, going in your room, or sitting in your chair, closing your eyes and talking to God. It's all it takes. It's too simple for people, and it's free, and it works, and it's real, and it's the best. Don't you want the best? So the Bible verses that teach us this devotional this morning, the first one is in Numbers, the Old Testament, and it's the amplified version of Numbers. It's telling me it's chapter 6, verse 26, and it reads, The Lord lift up his approving countenance upon you and give you peace, tranquility of heart, and life continually. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you. Just what I just said. I didn't even read it yet. How you smile and how I said he smiles when you come to him with your fingers in your hands or your thoughts in your mind and you honor and love him. His countenance smiles. Isn't that great? You can make God smile and be happy and pleased with you. The man that can have it all, that has it all, that owns it all, can still be pleased by his creation. You know, he created us for his own pleasure. That's what the Bible teaches. The next one is in the book of John, the Gospel of John in the New Testament. It's in the 17th chapter, and it's a little long. It's verses 20 through 23. And it reads, "My prayer is not for them alone. I pray also for those who will believe in me through their message, that all of them may be one. Father, just as you are in me and I am in you, may they also be in us, so that the world may believe that you have sent me. I have given them the glory that you gave me, that they may be one as we are one. I in them and you in me. May they be brought to complete unity to let the world know that you sent me and have loved them even as you have loved me." I mean, that's just full of love, those verses. Explaining how we're all one. We're intertwined, as it talked about. Inseparable. But if you're not part of it, if you're not part of the branches and the vines of the tree of life, then you're not feeling it. All right, the next one, of course, is a psalm. We know the Psalms are good. It's the 16th chapter, verse 11, and this is in the New King James Version. It's a little more modern, easy language because Sarah Young, I guess, wanted to make this verse understood more easily than in the King James Version. Okay? "You will show me the path of life. In your presence is fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore." Pretty simple right there. So folks, that's all there is to it. Being a Christian, a believer in God, in a creator, a higher being. I hate to alienate people that have different beliefs, because I do believe that all humans on this earth that seek this higher power, they might like to call it, it's a religion. It's because they want to be good. They want to express love. They want morality. They want to do for others. And anyone that walks down that path, any people that are walking on that side of the street, I tip my hat to. But when you're lost and you're feeding your own selfish desires, and you're not sharing love and kindness, and you don't believe in certain things like a higher power or God itself, then all I can say is our prayers are for you to one day change, because I know people do change. But turn from those ways if you'd like to see joy in your life again, and don't worry about coveting what other people have, because you can also be very, very happy and filled full of joy, even if God doesn't bless you with $1 million, because you know him, and his countenance will smile, and he'll put a smile on your face. You'll be intertwined, you'll be inseparable, and you'll definitely be crushing it.